What it, y'all? We're back with an update, man. And Peter Gunz put this post up regarding Drake, man. As so much has transpired with the Kendrick beef and the lawsuits and just things continue to go on, all kinds of debates and stuff like that. And Peter Gunz taps in on the blogosphere social network and says the following, right? He says, I have no dog in this fight. In other words, I don't give a fuck. I do have a question. You never liked the Drake song? He was always whack to you? You always hated him? Just don't remember. Go. And I gotta say, in regards to this, as we're gonna see what people are talking about, I don't think when it comes to Drake, because that's what I hate with this, man. When it comes to the beef, right? Kendrick going at Drake, them beefing, to me, there's no question Drake got ate up by Kendrick. And I feel like the only people that are disagreeing with that in the back and forth, the rap beef, right? And I just want to see it kept on wax. I don't want to see nothing transpire in real life from that. You know what I mean? I like the competition. You know, Drake got ate up. Only Drake stands are saying otherwise. But there's these narratives coming out now like it's just all hate for Drake. And don't get me wrong, Drake has done a lot of sucker-ish over the years. Okay, like biting things from a lot of artists, swagger jacking songs, and I mean like full blown jacking ish, like just ass West Side Gun and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Like this is just not some hater ass narrative. But when it comes to the beef side of things, though, aside from just them going at each other, listen, Drake, he's had this run, but he's just him and Kendrick are different. He's a glorified pop artist. Kendrick's more of an MC's MC, and I don't know. There's just these narratives getting started. Like when Peter Gunn says that, like, so what? Just all of a sudden, everyone hated Drake. I don't think that's the case at all. Personally, I want to know what y'all think. I, as always, sub up to the channel, hit the buttons and all that. But over here, I just want to hear everyone's thoughts, take, and opinion on everything we're talking about. I just don't like this narrative that like Drake's getting hated on. Like Drake's made crazy money off music. He's successful and all that. Like what? He can't take some pressure. He can't take that he lost a rap beef. He's got to go sue and like he's got to act like, oh, everyone's just hating on me now. He's got to have academics throw out lies and stuff in other situations, which we ain't even going to get into that one. But I don't think that's the case that everyone's just hating on Drake. I just think he lost his beef. Let's see what people are talking about, though. Peter Gunn says, bitch ass dude, stop calling me light skin. I'm dark skin, even if it's only in my mind. LOL. What the fuck you talking about Drake for? What Peter Gunn say? To get you to comment. Thank you. Let's see what people are talking about. Drake is the GOAT, Mr. Gunz. I love seeing you on Cheaters. Yo, comment what y'all thought about Peter Gunz on Cheaters. That blew my mind when I saw that he was doing hosting duties on that show. I couldn't believe it, man. I seen the episode. He was ready to shoot the fair ones with someone, man. Um, Ish was funny as hell. Keep doing it. My big brother. Yo, is he still over there on Cheaters? Comment and let me know if you know if he is. Let's see. You win. Genius. You might be in a good spot playing Drake when you wrote this and feeling nice. See, I want to see people talk about the debate behind this, what people really think. Like, nah, just because Drake took a L here, don't mean like people are switching up. Like, hey, Drake had good songs. Drake is good for what he does, for being a popish type artist, but he's just not an MC's MC. He's had ghostwriters and ish like that. You know what I mean? If you don't have no dog in the fight, Peter Gunn says, love them both, but hate to see dudes act like they hated every song. Literally makes no sense. And yo, that's actual factual. You know what I'm saying? I think the only rapper that ever like lost a rap beef that a lot of people were like, yo, I don't think I ever liked the song from him, right? Was probably Benzino. Let's keep it a buck 50. Like for instance, when Hove and Nas were beefing, one of the all-time rap beefs, both of them got a crazy catalog, like we're just talking about the music because there's all different kinds of stuff that can be discussed right now with particular names being brought up, right? But I'm just using that as an example when that beef was going on, right? It's not like, like just because if you thought Nas won or if you thought Hove won, that you think the other rappers' whole catalog is trash. Like, I hate this whole type of narrative, and maybe that's what Peter Gunz is trying to make the point out to be, like, or prove that point. Like, what? So, there's no sportsmanship. Like, if someone take a L, they're just all the way trash. Like, what kind of immature, dumb mind state is this, right? Was he? Okay, it's not the people hate him. He need to stop sneak this and knowing he don't really write and stop being nasty to people. Listen, Drake has done a lot of wild ish over the years, from XXX Tentacion to the West Side Gun thing I was talking about, and a lot of other ish. Like, he's just done a lot of sucker ish and a lot of sneak dissing and stuff, man. Remember that this also, the reason his run has lasted so long is because he's blessed a lot of people. People forgot that God's Plan video, he spent the entire budget gifting ordinary people and put the entire country on his back. You and I both know you can't beat talent because they lying. Dude puts crying faces on every comment. You don't need a dog in a fight to speak the truth, so let the OG preach and listen up. That's factual right there, right? I was taught mind your business. Dudes make their bed and they gotta lie in it. Pete talking like he wanna pay for Drake's sins. I don't know that I agree with that. I think he's just saying, yo, what's going on here? Comment, is that what y'all think it is? That he's trying to prove a point that, like, you can respect both artists as an artist, but say Drake lost or whatever, like this whole gang like mentality. Like, that's how a lot of political stuff gets nowadays in the blogosphere, you know what I mean? Like, political issues ripping families apart, where if someone stands on one side of a political matter or debate or voted for someone, there's people in their family who done cut them off and stuff like that. Like, it's wild, B. We still talking about this yet? You in the comments. The dude lost the battle. Nothing more, nothing less. That's facts. He lost. What Shorty said, I love Drake's music. Man, be quiet. Light skinned people keep, yo, this is like getting crazy. These comments, I ain't even gonna get into that. This is why what gets lost. Drake is nice with it. It's just not better than K Dot. That's all. And there's nothing wrong with that. That was the whole idea between the two. Dot showed that timing and being strategic is key. If anything, this battle will help Drake expand his artistic direction. So it should, right? But Drake ain't really fighting back like that. He came with what, some, I thought those responses were weak. And then that joint he just dropped recently, which I wouldn't call it a response. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It was called something freestyle, and whatever it was, the video got removed off YouTube. I forget whose channel it was on, where there was a few bars that seemed like he was talking about the situation. It seemed like he was whining about it. Like, I don't know, man. Drake's just different in that way. He and I agree with what dude said. Yo, Drake's good for what he is. Again, a pop artist, a glorified pop artist at that. A dude with a very successful career, a dude that went from wheelchair Jimmy on Degrassi to one of the biggest platinum selling artists ever. But he's just not an MC like K Dot, and he's not built for battle with an MC of that caliber, and that's just that. But as far as like this making him expand his artistic, direction. Nah, he's like crying about it, and we're just seeing a lot of sucker ish go on in the aftermath, if you ask me. It's funny how a lot of people act like they want to seal this situation up with a cast iron period. I'm with you. It happened. Next, something else will happen. He'll be alright, and his true fans and friends will still rock with him. Kendrick ain't nowhere near a better artist, in quotes, than Drake. You a fucking lie. You may like Kendrick style better, but he isn't a better artist. So That person, I think, is a Drake stan. But also, he's using artists in quotes. And what are we talking about? Are we talking about someone as an artist, quote unquote, sales and stuff like that? Or are we talking about the better rapper, the better MC? You know what I mean? Like, there's semantics involved with this. We're just talking about, like, Drake always wanted to be respected as this like true MC, and he's just not that. You know what I mean? Drake's good for what he is, but he just ain't fucking with K Dot when it comes to being an MC and getting in that battle with him. That's what I think. Only if he gets better writers and true to who he really is. So that's another thing people have been pointing out too, right? The ghost writers, which this we know, and like was just being said, Drake don't want to accept who he is. You know what I mean? Let's see. You entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. Both dope. But you a fucking lie if you believe between the two from an artistic level that Dot haven't gone against the grain more of being an MC. We not talking who's more popular and who's on the radio more. I'm talking about artist level and expression. Again, what are we talking about? MCs, this, that, and the third. Like, the man lost the beef. Stop it. And that's what I'm saying. And he crying about it like a bitch. We'll read a few more of these and then we'll close it up. But you hit the comments, tap in, subscribe. Let's talk about it all. Someone says facts. He needs to keep it pop. I think that's what Yasin said about him, made him think he was ready for going against K Dot. He had a point to prove. Gone and embrace that elevator hip hop distinction and collect them checks is what I say. Uh, but that's gonna do it for this one. Hit the comments. Let's talk. I'm out of here. Peace.